Hello, Jimmy Kimmel. Everyone knows Jimmy Kimmel. He's the late night television talk show host of, Late Night with Jimmy Kimmel, actually on ABC since 2003. He's known for his celebrity interviews, comedy bits, and increasingly, in recent years, political commentary and criticism of Donald Trump and his allies. During a recent monologue, actually two recent monologues, Jimmy Kimmel referenced the death of Charlie Kirk, a conservative activist. He accused the MAGA gang of desperately trying to characterize this kid who murdered Charlie Kirk as anything other than one of them.
New lows over the weekend with the MAGA gang desperately trying to characterize this kid who murdered Charlie Kirk as anything other than one of them and doing everything they can to score political points from it.
He also mocked President Trump's response to Kirk's death, comparing it to how a 4-year-old mourns a goldfish after Trump was seen boasting about a new ballroom at the White House instead of expressing grief. The controversy actually led to the indefinite suspension of Jimmy Kimmel's show. The decision followed major pressure from major TV station owners like Nexstar and Sinclair, who announced they would not air the show on their affiliated stations. This has ignited a major debate about free speech, media censorship, and the role of political commentary in entertainment. Many celebrities and comedians have spoken out in support of Jimmy Kimmel, defending his right to free speech. Some of these celebrities include David Letterman.
Tell us what you think about what happened last night to Jimmy Kimmel.
Well, this is misery, and in the world of somebody who is an authoritarian, maybe a dictatorship, sooner or later everyone is going to be touched. But this is me. For 30 years, I did this for a living. So I see this happen. They took care of Colbert. That was rude. That was inexcusable. The man deserves a great deal of credit. He's in the Hall of Fame 9 times, and to be manipulated like that because the Ellison family didn't want to trouble Donald Trump with this move, so they got rid of him. Not only got rid of him, got rid of the whole franchise. You're not going to have to worry about anything, Larry. It's all gone. It's fine. Good night. And then my good friend Jimmy Kimmel. I feel bad about this because we all see where this is going, correct? It's managed media, and it's no good. It's silly. It's ridiculous, and you can't go around firing somebody because you're fearful or trying to suck up to an authoritarian criminal administration in the Oval Office. That's just not how this works.
Wanda Sykes.
I was supposed to go over and have a chat with my friend Jimmy Kimmel on his show, but as you have heard by now, the Jimmy Kimmel show has been pulled indefinitely, abruptly, because of complaints from the Trump administration. So let's see. He didn't end the Ukraine war or solve Gaza within his first week, but he did end freedom of speech within his first year. Hey, for those of you who pray, now's the time to do it. Love you, Jimmy.
Other notable supporters include Ben Stiller, Henry Winkler, Rosie O'Donnell, and Gene Smart. Celebrities that have spoken out against Jimmy Kimmel's statements include Elon Musk, Rob Schneider, and Megyn Kelly. There were some celebrities that didn't really fall into either category, weren't pro or against what Kimmel said, but responded just showing basically sympathy for Charlie Kirk's death. These celebrities were like Jamie Lee Curtis, Chris Pratt, Justin Bieber. So the political reactions were actually pretty interesting because you see pretty much an even split down the middle for left opinions and right-wing opinions. So for example, President Obama posted on social media criticizing the current administration for routinely threatening regulatory action against media companies unless they muzzle or fire reporters. Democrat National Committee Chairman Ken Martin stated that the current administration has amassed a chilling record of restricting speech. Many have framed the suspension as an attack on free speech and a dangerous precedent of government coercion against the media. On the right-wing side, Donald Trump responded to the controversy, celebrating the suspension on Truth Social, calling it great news for America. Also mocked Kimmel for having zero talent. The Federal Communications Commission Chairman Brendan Carr, who is a Trump appointee, called Kimmel's comments truly sick and suggested the FCC should take action, warning broadcasters of fines or license revocation. Nexstar, the company from earlier, called Kimmel's comments offensive and insensitive and not reflective of their community's values. Okay, so what do I think? There's a line between political commentary and comedy. Do I think that Jimmy Kimmel crossed it? I don't know. If there is that line, Jimmy Kimmel probably crossed it a long time ago. I think that maybe Jimmy Kimmel thought that he could say more than he was actually allowed to say. Just because your name's on the TV show doesn't mean that there aren't always going to be higher ups that are trying to push a specific narrative. The implications of a late night show being suspended due to political pressure is a little bit scary, especially since we live in a country that, obviously prides itself on the Second Amendment. The controversy surrounding Kimmel's remarks about the death of Charlie Kirk has rapidly evolved from a late-night monologue into a national debate with significant implications for media, politics, and free speech. Kimmel's decision to criticize how certain political figures and media outlets responded to Charlie's death and his pointed mockery of the reaction led to an unprecedented suspension of his show from ABC. The fallout was swift and widespread. The suspension came after major television owners like Nexstar and Sinclair announced that they would not air the show, and a top government official publicly suggested that broadcasters could face repercussions. This action has been met with divided reactions. Supporters of Kimmel, including many celebrities and political figures, have condemned the move as an act of censorship and a dangerous precedent of using the government to silence dissent. They argue that this is an attack on the fundamental principles of the First Amendment. Conversely, those who believe Kimmel's comments were offensive and inaccurate have praised the suspension as a necessary response to offensive and misleading commentary. They argue that his words politicized a tragic event and spread misinformation as well. Ultimately, the situation highlights the deep polarization of the current media landscape and raises critical questions about the power of government, the responsibilities of media companies, and the boundaries of political comedy. Whether this is a temporary pause or a permanent shift remains to be seen, but the controversy has become undoubtedly a key moment in the ongoing battle over free speech and the role of media in a highly charged political climate.